In Health News Tonight, we really do want to put the spotlight on an alarming trend of cancer cases in younger people. Right now, there is a 50% increase in colon cancer cases in people under the age of 50.
Yeah, and yet for years we've been told to get our first baseline screening, a colonoscopy, not till the age of 50.
That's right, but right now there's a push in the state of Indiana right now to lower that age and hopefully save more lives.
I was 49 when I was diagnosed with stage 2 colon cancer.
I was diagnosed at 40 with stage 4 colon cancer.
I am 38 years old and I was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer when I was 35.
These ladies represent a trend nationwide. Younger people are getting colon cancer, a whopping 51% of increase in cases since 1994.
You're never too young for this disease. This was unheard of 10 years ago.
Young onset now represents 10% of all colon cancer cases. And since it's unexpected, often when it's found, it's had time to grow and time to spread.
The tumor itself is the size of a softball. So, I mean, that's a large, you think a softball is pretty large.
Often these young patients are told their prognosis is not promising.
He said, you have 2 to 5 years to live. You have a 10% chance of living 5 years. And you'll be doing chemo from here till then. And I was, of course, just devastated. You know, the only thing I could think of is I have 2 little girls. Like, I'm a single mom with 2 young girls. Like, that was a zero hope moment.
Now, Kylie is hoping that others are listening to her, listening to their bodies, and also taking note of the screening recommendations. The gold standard is a colonoscopy routinely covered for a baseline at age 50. It's where polyps are removed years before they become cancer. There are home tests of stool samples that can also help flag an issue. But even when it's covered and when people are eligible, 1 in 3 people right now in this country are not getting screened.
I think it's the stigma of this is a crappy test, literally.
To catch cases sooner, 13 states have lowered the screening age to 45. That's in sync with the American Cancer Society guidelines. And if House Bill 1080, sponsored by Representative Barrett, is approved this session, Indiana would be the 14th state. The type of screening in the measure isn't mandated.
That's the beauty of this. It doesn't dictate or direct how that's done. It still leaves that to the discretion of the physician.
There's always hope for a cure, and for that, Kylie worked with her doctor. She had part of her liver removed, and she now has a pump implanted to better deliver her chemotherapy.
You know, I hope it works.
Now Kylie says every moment matters, and she hopes you're listening. And if your symptoms strike, you seek screening.
I don't have a history of colon cancer in my family. I don't have a history of any cancer in my family. I'm an active 40-year-old who eats really well. I work out regularly. It was the last thing on my mind.
And she really does want it to be top of mind for everybody.
Yeah, very important.
It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to talk to these ladies. But a couple of things. I did hear this common theme. You know, no one wants to talk about this. You know, we're talking about bathroom and poop, and no one wants to talk about it. But one of the hallmark signs of this is if you have blood in your stool. And patient after patient after patient told me that they had bleeding, that they went in and they went to the doctor, and the doctor dismissed it as that's from hemorrhoids. That's from hemorrhoids. And meantime, the cancer grew and grew and grew. And that's how we're seeing stage 3 and stage 4, because even the doctors weren't thinking, you're younger, maybe I should be checking for this.
That's really frightening.
Right.
So this age requirement is 45 going to be for everyone in Indiana now?
Well, it will get a big chunk of Hoosier patients, and it is, if the measure gets through the State House this week and it goes to the governor's desk for a signature this session, this measure would be effective July 1st, and it would really affect a significant chunk of Hoosiers. Of course, every insurance policy varies and they're complex, so it will vary patient to patient. But again, if you want to know what the symptoms are, we put a lot more for you online at WTHR.com. I want this to be top of mind for people that perhaps there's something else going on.
Important stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Han.